The subject matter of off-season workout, voluntary off-season workouts being on the table as a conversation piece, as well as a potential not going to do this piece. We saw a handful of teams already, or players on these teams, say they're not going to participate in any in-person voluntary off-season workout programs. How do you, as an HC in the NFL, feel about the possibility of voluntary workouts not being, once again, for a second straight year, viable for a lot of players?
Yeah, I think for coaches, we're always going to want the opportunity to connect and work with our players, and that's not going to change. But I think it is important that we're listening, we're understanding the perspective that they're coming from, and then figuring out what is the best way to collaborate and to be able to communicate with one another in a way that ultimately gets the solution that's best for our football team. And so I think there's a lot of things that'll still need to be figured out when you bring into, the conversation vaccines. What does that mean? The league came out with a memo yesterday basically saying, hey, here's what the parameters are around phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. So, we're going to be all virtual for the first month with our meetings.
Okay.
There'll be an option to come in and lift, and then we'll kind of just take it a day at a time, and we've got to be able to have the flexibility and the agility to adjust and adapt accordingly. But it's about listening and really collaborating with these guys is the important thing for us.
And who's the guy you talk to about that? Is it a Whitworth conversation? Who else do you talk to about that?
That's a Whitworth. That's an Aaron Donald. That's a Matthew Stafford. That is, Jalen Ramsey. That's those guys that have been your leaders, the Woods, the Cups. We've got a leadership committee that you really lean on those guys and understand their perspective. And, they're so well thought out, and they've got experience and an understanding from both ends of the spectrum. And so I think it would be naive of me not to listen to those guys.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.